Yo, what's good? So I just caught SportsCenter on ESPN, and the crew was absolutely going off about two massive stories involving the Golden State Warriors. First, there are now serious whispers and rumblings that Devin Booker could potentially be on his way to the Bay Area in what would be a franchise-altering blockbuster move that could extend the Warriors' championship window for years. But second, the Warriors just suffered an absolutely embarrassing loss to the Indiana Pacers, missing Andrew Nembhard, missing Benedict Mathurin, missing TJ McConnell, missing Obi Toppin, obviously missing Tyrese Halliburton, and the Pacers were trailing by double digits with under 6 minutes to go. Yet Indiana got their first win of the NBA season over Golden State in humiliating fashion. But let's start with the Devin Booker situation, because this is seismic, according to the SportsCenter panel. Even without formally requesting a trade, sources close to Devin Booker are indicating that the All-Star guard is beginning to see the end of his competitive cycle in Phoenix. After years of trying to lead the Suns to championship glory and getting so close in 2021, Booker is now watching an organization that appears to be entering a phase of complete reconstruction and re-evaluation, with absolutely no clear path back to title contention, all while he's currently living in the absolute prime of his career at 28 years old. The Suns don't have a realistic pathway to contention anymore. They've struggled to build the right pieces around Booker. Their championship window has slammed shut, the roster is aging poorly, and the franchise appears to be heading toward an inevitable rebuild. Hey, what's up, everyone? Before we jump into this massive Warriors news, I just want to ask you for a quick favor that would mean the world to me. If you could just take 1 second right now and hit that like button, it would be incredibly important to me and helps this channel grow so much. I know it seems like a small thing, but those likes genuinely make a huge difference in getting this content out to more Warriors fans who need to stay updated on everything happening with this team. So seriously, just tap that like button real quick. It literally takes 1 second, and it helps me out more than you know. The SportsCenter crew emphasized that Booker's burning desire to compete for NBA championships right now is finding a new potential destination: the Golden State Warriors, a team with established championship culture, proven winning infrastructure, elite veteran leadership in Stephen Curry and Draymond Green, and an offensive system that would maximize Booker's elite scoring talent. The Warriors represent everything Phoenix isn't right now: a culture built on unselfish play and player development, an organization that knows how to win at the highest level, having captured 4 championships in the last decade, the perfect basketball environment for an elite scorer to thrive within a system, and the Bay Area market energy that a player of Booker's caliber deserves. For a competitor like Devin Booker, who's given everything to Arizona, the reality is becoming crystal clear according to the panel. If he wants to win multiple championships during his prime years, Golden State represents that ideal competitive environment he's been desperately seeking. The Warriors have the championship DNA that Phoenix lacks, the veteran leadership to guide younger stars, and, most importantly, the organizational stability and commitment to winning that Booker needs. The basketball fit is absolutely undeniable. Booker would slot perfectly into Steve Kerr's motion offense that emphasizes constant ball movement, intelligent cutting, and elite shooting. Pairing Booker with Stephen Curry would create arguably the most lethal backcourt in NBA history. Two of the greatest shooters ever playing together, both capable of creating their own shot, both able to play on and off the ball seamlessly. Imagine the defensive nightmares for opponents trying to guard both Curry and Booker, running off screens, attacking in pick and roll, and spacing the floor. Draymond Green's playmaking and defensive anchoring would cover for any defensive limitations while maximizing Booker's offensive strengths. The SportsCenter analysis emphasized this isn't just about basketball fit. It's about legacy and competitive window alignment. Booker is 28 years old in his absolute prime. Curry is 36 and still playing at an elite level. There's a perfect 2 to 3 year window where both players would be at championship-level production. Booker could learn from Curry's professionalism and championship pedigree while providing the secondary scoring punch Golden State desperately needs. When Curry eventually retires or declines, Booker would seamlessly transition into being the Warriors' franchise player, ensuring organizational continuity. Sources suggest that while no formal trade request has been made public, Booker's inner circle is quietly exploring what a move to a perennial contender like Golden State would look like. The conversations are preliminary, but growing more serious as Phoenix's season continues to spiral, and Booker recognizes his prime years are being completely wasted in the desert, with no realistic championship path forward. But now, the Sports Center crew had to address the elephant in the room: why the Warriors desperately need someone like Devin Booker after this absolutely embarrassing performance against Indiana. Steph Curry said after the game, "This is one of those games where you just look in the mirror." Well, there needs to be a lot of soul-searching done by this Warriors team, according to the panel. They started the season 4-1, looking like legitimate contenders, but have now lost 2 straight games to far inferior opponents. There are some major issues on this Golden State team that they must solve early this season while everybody's healthy, so they can cement themselves as true contenders in the Western Conference. And it starts with Stephen Curry, according to the Sports Center breakdown. Kind of the root cause of the Warriors' main issue is turning the basketball over at an alarming rate. Golden State is turning it over at the 5th highest rate in the NBA through their first 7 games, averaging 17 turnovers per game. Steph's had 10 turnovers just in the last 2 games alone, which is completely unacceptable for a player of his caliber and experience. Steve Kerr said, after the loss, "There's always going to be tough nights during the season. This should not have been one of them. We had the day off yesterday. We didn't do shoot-around this morning. We had plenty of rest. But the execution down the stretch was awful. It's a shame because our young guys played their asses off." Dirty, the panel can't even look to the classic blame Jonathan Kuminga or blame Brandon Podziemski routine, because those guys have been playing pretty solid basketball, shooting fairly efficiently. It's the veteran, it's the guys who need to carry the weight of this team on their backs for Golden State to be a winning organization. And honestly, Steph just looks disinterested so far this season, according to the Sports Center crew. His three-point shooting over the last few games has been absolutely atrocious. His ball handling has been lackadaisical. They're not seeing much defensive impact from him either. Yes, Curry has gotten stronger and become a better team defender over recent years, but they've been asking more from him on that end, and he has not delivered. Curry knows he has to be better. The panel isn't worried about Steph long-term, but if the Warriors want to stack wins early in the season, it's going to have to come with him as the main engine. Here's what Curry said about the loss, putting some blame on himself. "There were parts of the game where I made it too hard on all of us. Not getting organized, bad possessions, a little lack of energy. You give a team like that life. And that's exactly the type of team the Warriors have played the past 2 games. A Giannis-less Milwaukee Bucks with Ryan Rollins looking for revenge, and now a Pacers team missing all their stars hungry for their first win." The same thing happened in the 4th quarter. Things went stagnant, got cold, and Golden State let it slip away. And this is exactly why the Devin Booker trade makes so much sense, according to the panel. Every game seriously counts in this league. With aging stars and veterans like Curry, Draymond, and Andrew Wiggins, they're playing all the games early without load management yet. These losses could be the difference between the Warriors being a top 4 seed versus having to play in the play-in tournament or missing the playoffs entirely. Adding a 28-year-old superstar like Booker in his prime would take so much pressure off the aging core while ensuring Golden State remains elite, even as Curry ages. Andrew Wiggins had this to say about what needs to improve: "Giving a damn whenever we turn it over. Giving a damn whenever our man scores. We guard as a team. We score as a team. Everybody's got to be on the same page. I think we've gotten away from that a little bit. It's not a bad thing, but we've got to get back to all 5 playing defense, all 5 playing offense." That's what this team looked like through the first 5 games, connected on both ends. They had that scheduled loss to Portland on a back-to-back, but the offense was connected, and the defense against solid opponents like the Lakers and Nuggets looked insane. So it's weird they've slipped into this early season rut, against much inferior opponents. Elite teams put their foot on the throat of these types of teams, and the Warriors are not doing that right now. Another root cause, according to SportsCenter, is their on-ball defense. They're just getting absolutely fried by guys who don't fry everybody in the league. Ryan Rollins had a revenge game, and then guys like Quentin Jackson, who was basically spawning into existence, dominated the Warriors off the bounce. Looking at defensive matchups against Indiana, it was unbelievable how bad it was. Aaron Nesmith fried Podziemski, fried Steph, fried Kuminga. Pascal Siakam created 33 team points off Kuminga's on-ball defense. He went crazy on Wiggins and Moses Moody. Only Draymond held him in check. Jonathan Kuminga has been tasked with tough defensive assignments all season. But why does he have the worst defensive rating on the team through 7 games? Kuminga is allowing 118 points per 100 possessions, which is the worst of all the rotation players. Moses Moody actually has the best on-ball defensive metrics, but Podziemski's numbers also can't be higher than Kuminga's. Podziemski is being tasked with guarding stars slightly more often than Kuminga, which is insane when you look at Kuminga's athletic profile. But JK hasn't been good. He's gotten the Ja Morant assignments, the Luka assignments, the James Harden assignments, and gotten fried off the dribble by most of those elite guards. Offensively, the Warriors are also struggling, and Steph is the root cause. He's 6 for his last 34 from three-point range, which is only 17.6%. At the end of the day, Curry just has to hit shots. There are going to be rough stretches, and he'll bounce back. But this whole team needs to get locked in. Curry knows it. He said, "It's the frustration of not being able to capture that momentum we had. I know we can get it back. Long way to go." These are 2 games we really should have and wanted to have. Hopefully it lights a fire to get back on track during this difficult stretch. But it's not just Steph. Buddy Hield is shooting only 28% from 3, which is borderline unplayable. When Hield isn't hitting from deep, his defensive limitations become glaring. The panel thinks Moses Moody needs way more minutes. He has the best defensive metrics on the roster and produces offensively when given opportunity. Al Horford is still uncomfortable offensively and hasn't assimilated into the system yet. When Horford finds his groove, Golden State will be very hard to beat, but a lot has to go right. And this is why acquiring Devin Booker would be transformational according to SportsCenter. Booker would immediately provide that secondary elite scoring that takes pressure off Curry. When Steph has an off night, Booker can carry the offense. When defenses focus on Curry, Booker feasts. The Warriors would have the most lethal offensive duo in basketball. 2 elite shooters, 2 elite shot creators, 2 players who understand winning basketball within a system. Phoenix is clearly rebuilding with no path to contention. Booker deserves better than wasting his prime. Golden State needs that second star to maximize their championship window with Curry. It's a perfect match that makes sense for everyone involved. So that was the full SportsCenter breakdown of the Devin Booker to Warriors rumors based on Phoenix's inevitable rebuild, combined with Golden State's major issues they must solve after this embarrassing loss to Indiana's G League roster.